Hi again, Geo students. Here's a tutorial on doing the MDC LDC activity. Directions here tell us we're going to use the CIA Factbook website to locate development data for each of the three countries that are listed below. The three countries are Nepal, Mexico, and Denmark. Okay. So I'm going to help you through a little bit of Nepal and give you a couple of, in fact, maybe I'll just go through and do the whole thing in Nepal. All right, well, first we need to get some data from the World Factbook to figure out some information about Nepal, and then we're going to decide whether Nepal is a MDC, an NIC, or an LDC based on the statistics that we're looking at and what we've learned about development. So in Schoology, I've shared a link with you. Don't know what that was all about. Ignore that. To the World Factbook. So we're going to look up our country in the World Factbook. We'll just scroll down to the end section for Nepal. And then we're going to need to look up, I believe it was the birth rate and the death rate. So we're going to find that information in the People and Society section. So scroll down. Birth rate, oops, get that out of there, is 18.1, and the death rate is 5.7. And let's see if we can find the total fertility rate. Keep scrolling down. There it is. 1.96 children born per woman. We're not looking for a percent there. X that out. Now we're asked, based on that, what demographic transition stage do we think, looking at their birth rate and death rate, that they're in? Now, if I take their birth rate of 18 and subtract their death rate of 5, we're looking at a difference of about 13. Remember from our activity with the DTM the other day, that was falling in about stage 3. If it was over 20, as I recall, then we were saying we're probably talking stage 2. So, and I reached the conclusion because it is less than 20, 20, but more than 10. Maybe I should probably specify that it is the total fertility rate. Next, we need to look up urban population and life expectancy at birth and break it down for male and female. And you can do that when you stay in that People and Society section. You just need to scroll down further. I'm going to skip forward to the economy. Now, notice here that we have topics. So that was the People and Society tab for Nepal. Now we need to go into the economy tab for Nepal and look up the GDP per capita purchasing power parity. That's what the PPP represents. So get out of the People and Society folder and go into the economy folder. We are looking for GDP PPP, and we want to take, when they give us multiple, there it is, GDP per capita, PPP. Then they give us multiple years. Let's take the most recent year. So I see it's 2017 is the most recent year, $2,700, which ranks it as 195th in the world. So $2,700. So think of it as it's going to be pretty close to what the average salary is per person. That's not a very high salary. Then we need to look up the labor force by occupation by percentage. I believe that appears a little further down. There you go, your composition by sector of origin, agriculture, industry, and services. There we go, labor force by occupation. So agriculture 69%, industry 12%, services 19%. You'll fill that in the missing spaces here. That one. The last one is energy. And so it's a different tab or folder. So we're going to go energy and we're going to look for electric consumption and carbon dioxide emissions. Open up the energy folder. Electricity consumption appears right away, 4.9 billion, 124th in the world. So that gives us an idea of how much energy is being used there. 124th in the world probably helps us out a little more than 4.9 billion because it's hard to really know what does that number actually mean. Is that a high number or a low number? But 124th in the world tells us they don't use that much energy then compared to other countries in the world. Carbon dioxide emissions, you can look up in that same folder. You'll just need to scroll down. That's going to indicate the use of cars. So if they don't have a lot of car usage, and again, the number might not mean anything to you, but look at where that ranks in the world, which is right at the end of that statistical segment. So based on some of the information that you have in front of you regarding Nepal, would you classify it as an MDC, NIC, or LDC? You make that choice. I know what I would choose. On this assignment then, between Nepal, Mexico, and Denmark, there is one LDC, one is an NIC, and one is an MDC. So you may want to get the data for all three countries first, and then compare data, and then decide which one's the least developed of the three, that's the LDC. Which one is the most developed, that's the MDC. And which one is in between, that's the NIC. Hopefully this helps you out. If you have any questions, message me or drop in a Google Meet. Thanks.